7t all raised to the 6th power. And our goal is to find the first derivative, f prime, and the second derivative, f double prime. Okay, so please remind me who asked about this question. I forgot. All right, Andrew. Okay, so did you have any trouble with the first derivative? Okay, so walk me through what you did for your first derivative.
Chain rule.
Okay, so we've got ourselves an inside and an outside, so we're working with the chain rule. And so our inside function is 1 minus 7t. Our outside function is x, or t to the 6th. So our derivative of the inside function is negative 7. And our derivative of the outside function, 6x to the 5th. So for f prime of t, chain rule says derivative of the outside, keeping the inside the same. So our derivative of our outside is 6x to the 5th. But keeping the inside the same means whatever that x is, I'm going to replace it with the inside function, 1 minus 7t raised to the 5th power. Derivative of the outside, keeping the inside the same, times the derivative of my inside, which is negative 7. And so as a derivative, this is a valid final answer for f prime. Are there any questions about f prime, the first derivative? Okay. Now, when we go to calculate the second derivative, this is where simplifying starts to become useful. So before I start crunching numbers for my second derivative, I'm going to multiply the 6 and the negative 7 together. And so my f prime of t looks like negative 42 times 1 minus 7t to the 5th. And so now, when I take my derivative, this negative 42 is times all of this stuff. So it's a constant multiplied by some changing stuff. So I'm going to just carry this negative 42 along and use the chain rule on 1 minus 7t to the 5th. So remember that rule about derivatives that said if you have a constant times a function, something that's changing, then the derivative is pull a constant out and take the derivative of the changing part. And that's what we're doing here. We're going to carry along that negative 42. And here, we've got an inside function of 1 minus 7t and an outside function of x to the 5th. And so when we take our derivative, which I need to lower down here a little bit, f double prime of t, we have derivative of the outside. I'm going to do this without writing down the details here. Derivative of the outside is 5 times, keeping the inside the same, raised to the 4th power. So 5 times 1 minus 7t raised to the 4th. Derivative of the outside, keeping the inside the same, times the derivative of the inside is negative 7. All right, and so this is a legitimate final answer. And if you like, you can multiply the 5 and the negative 7 and the negative 42 all together to give you one big, large number. All right, Andrew, does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, great. Are there any, Ben?
But you'd be, on the test, you'd be okay.
Yes, I am A-okay if you stop right here. Once you finish the calculus, I'm happy. Okay. All right, so Aaron, you had a question on number 45.
Yes.
There's no.